Nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you.
My hands are cold and clammy. I'm sorry. It's not because I'm nervous. It's just because I'm hungry. Why don't you take a moment to introduce yourself to the lovely?
I'm Stephanie from KCON, and usually I'm super on time, guys. I got sucked into K-pop, of course, from K-drama. That's where I came from. But I've embarrassed myself tons of times because of my fandom. My favorite thing to do is I make these super dumb, it's so embarrassing. I call them my Flower Boy Flower Power pins. And I take K-pop idols and I glue them onto flowers. I'm 37.
Okay. Don't you just get moments of like remembering sitting on your sofa or in your bed with the laptop and you're just like, I'm stuck the hell in? Just let it take a moment. When you hear this, for those who know what this is from, do you remember how refreshed you felt to be able to have a moment that was just yours for that 30 minutes or 45 minutes that you weren't like full-fledged committed to binge watching? You had your snacks by you. The phone was on vibrate, or if it was on, you didn't get shit. It looked beautiful wherever they were, even though she was screaming on the hill and you wanted to bink her in the face. The kids were in another room. No one was interfering. The Wi-Fi was working real good that day. The sofa was halfway clean, or the bedroom was at least decent enough where you could ignore it. But you never forgot that moment and how good you felt. Does it still feel like that just hearing this now? Woo! Music is a powerful thing, isn't it? It's the thing that ties it all together. You might not necessarily understand the language. You might not necessarily get sucked in for more than one episode or more than one clip of a video, but you don't forget the feelings associated with hearing these things. So, you just shared a K-drama music moment, and what is that from, if you remember? Boys Over Flowers? Yes. I have another one for you.
I don't remember that.
A little bit different.
Almost
Then you have music moments like this. But think of the difference. You heard this and you got excited for a second, then you like, wait a minute, Chris is gone? Who told Tal he could leave? It invokes something totally different. Totally different. It also invokes private moments of, no one will see me do this choreography ever. Because you know damn well this jump rope is going to only happen in the chair. Only in the chair. In your wildest, deepest fantasies, when you was at least 15 or 20 years younger, you was right up there with Kai, not feeling dirty. Shocking what that can do. Your pearls. It's a little bit shocking. Then you hear things, perhaps you hear things like this, and yeah, workout time. If you do those lies to yourself. Or you might have had a moment where you were at South by Southwest and you got to see them, or you bought a concert ticket to see them, or it registers in your brain that this is musical legendariness. And that's not a word, but it is today. It's all invoking different things. Might be that moment where you were driving down the freeway and it was absolutely no traffic for a change. Now this is your non-traffic song. Or you had your earbuds in and you were faking the funk, you had on the whole outfit, you even put on the sports bra that day, or the sweatband for the gentleman. and you're grocery shopping. Music is powerful. Music is absolutely powerful. And I got one more for you, just to try to get a little bit further into your feels.
Walking down the
That was where my finger was.
Everyone buy their latest album. Look
at that hottest.
It's the best album.
If you are a hottest, make some noise. If you are a wonderful, make some noise, because your ladies are coming back. If you're my manager.
Hey, girl! Y'all know that was made for June Ho, right? That was made for him.
This kind of music might put you in a whole different mindset. Now, for those of you who do understand the beauty of Hollywood, you might know a little bit more about this than some of us Americans do, on a very, very grown-up scale. But it still conveys the same emotion. Oh my gosh, now I want to get all good looking and find somebody to squeeze that might be over 25 and can at least rent a car without paying that additional fee.
Got his own credit card. Don't need that.
Thank you all for being so involved. We still have a lot of time. Aren't you glad we're doing this? We still got time to roll. Yes. Yes.
I will say one of my favorite things to do now that I live in New York is put on Rain's Dirty Sexy. There's nothing better than a Rain strut down the street.
See, when you don't want your eyes to sweat in front of people, you just close them real hard. Eye sweat is a real thing. But also what is a real thing for those of us who are a little bit older is the counterculture clash that you get with the younger generation, even within our own group. So there are some opportunities for us as older fans to kind of educate those who are a little bit younger. Ladies, if you could take a moment and share perhaps an embarrassing moment with a younger fan, or you with an idol, and what you took away from that that you might use for future reference to improve upon. I will start first with an example. I will be very quick about it and give you two. First one, I did a panel yesterday on cultural clashes, cultural appropriation. If you were there by chance, please make some noise. Thank you very much for that. It was an interesting panel. We had someone prior to me actually going in there when I was just walking past, just talking about, oh my God, all these Asian guys, like these Korean guys are so hot. And she was sincere about what she was saying, but that is fetishization. That is making a fetish, an idealization out of someone, of something that they can't help. You were born as you are. So I didn't do it yesterday, but I had the moment come up again this morning with another young lady, and that was an opportunity as me as an older fan who had a little bit more knowledge about that topic. Say, hey, you might want to avoid that. He is just a boy. He's handsome, but he is just a boy. That's called something that you might want to look up and learn a little bit more about. So that was an opportunity for me to retrieve something that had a negative connotation and influence more learning. And then a moment with an idol. Damn it. Okay. I first got into K-pop and I was really trying to figure out just how all this worked, and then Epic High popped up and I'm like, man, they are the first multicultural group, man. You got like Tableau, he's Korean, and Mithra Jen is Hispanic, and like, I was wrong as hell. But I have Hispanic family members who look just like Mithra Jen. When I had the opportunity to see them and interview them, which I totally failed and bombed at because Mithra Jen walked up, I kind of lost my shit and I went creeper and I was just looking at him with everything I had. That was an opportunity then for me to adjust myself as a younger fan of him. He's been doing this for a while. I went into shock, and it wasn't so much the shock of, oh my gosh, I'm a fan of you, it's the shock of, you look like my people, and I didn't expect that. So that was an opportunity for me to kind of check myself, see what's going on in here, and realign myself so that if that opportunity comes again, which with them it more than likely won't, but just to be in the building was awesome, I won't do that again. So, did any of you have a moment that you might want to expound upon in a lovely 20-second window to share with the audience?
All young lady said, "Oh, the over 30 panel? Those are those little algebras. The little old ones, right?" To which I said to her, "Not all algebras are old. We got sexy too." Unfortunately, I did not take the time to correct or make any better situation, but it just rubbed me wrong because we ain't all that old. I mean, you know, y'all younger friends will be 30 soon, so please. And the second one was I actually was able to attend a Verbal Gent concert. Any Greatest Pop fans in here? You know, Verbal Gent is up there with that royalty. And I got a picture with him. I thought I looked fabulous. But when I saw the picture, I was such a shock and fan. It was like, so now Verbal Gent has that picture probably floating somewhere with me getting ready to throw up on him.
Anyone else, ladies?
I have had moments where I think it's the idols are a little bit shocked to see someone of my age with the hair that I tend to wear. I've had moments of like this when I go to and I say I love you or I thank you or something, and I borrow was one of them, and I think I scared the crap out of her. Just by being, and then she knew at the other end of the line he was giving all the little girls hugs, and he saw me and he went, "Oh, never mind." Okay. I understand the old crazy lady can kind of scare you.
Oh, you have one.
Really quick, 2 years ago at KMF, I was sitting at the back row of the pool circle, and Beast was coming down. We had our hands up, and my friend was in front of me and had her hands up, and June high-fived her, and I had my hand up, and he looked at me and went like this. And I was like, "You so did not." I'm waiting for my apology.
I've embarrassed myself plenty of times in my pursuit of this, but I think last year at KCON, Eric Nam was doing the red carpet, and I didn't realize that he was going to come and like slap everybody's hand. The girl in front of me, I was like, "It's going to happen!" Because I've never touched anybody before. The girl in front of me gave him something, so his hand was like this. I was like, "No, that's not fair!" And instead I went like this. I'm allowed to be around Eric now. Just be safe.
Just trying to keep the eye sweat together. Because I know it.